Welcome everybody for this Company Fuse recast. This time it's a replay of a DAK player, Fortune, and he is playing against DiddlyHole, playing as the US forces. And DiddlyHole provided this replay with a request for some advices. Thank you for that. And with that, let's give it a try. I am, by the way, always curious on the matchup DAK versus US forces, or the other way around. Since I think it's a quite spicy matchup, yeah, for the DAK actually. If, not actually if, I just wanted to say if the US Forces player is going for a Rifleman build, but on the other hand, the Pathfinder build still is also a strong option against the DAK, I guess, because everything for the DAK is so manpower hungry, and they are always having a quite hard time to keep up the mech control. They need to rely on the Kraftschützen. I like to see them. However, once they die, oh, you're having a bad time. DiddlyHole is showing us the good sportsmanship with a good luck and have fun. Nice. And the DAK player is going for Panzer Grenadiers. That's cool. I really appreciate that the former DAK meter for just using the Panzer Pioneers as their mainline infantry and equip them with, yeah, mostly flamethrowers, but also with the grenade launcher from time to time, fades away more and more. That's good, because I don't think Panzer Pioneers should be mainline infantry units. Alright, the US Forces player is... So DiddlyHole is going for a Rifleman and a Pioneer in the Engineer squad. That's great. Let's see what he... yeah, he already picked a doctrine. He's going for the Armored Battle Group. And interesting to see that he didn't go for the Assault Engineers thing, since these guys are so incredibly strong against the DAK. I like that decision. I guess it makes the game a little bit harder for him. On the other hand, if he decides to go for a Willis Jeep, then this bad boy will have some veterancy. And is with that simply able to cap territories, which can be quite huge. Ooh. That could be a little bit too greedy, and he loses his bike. And this horse what's just lost one model. Okay. Fortune instantly writes lol. Indeed, that was a little bit a waste. Now that's one of these spicy fights. Two Panzer Grenadiers trying to set their point against Riflemen, but the Riflemen are way stronger. Not just close range, but also long range. And that hits even more when they are having their bars upgrade. Maybe this engagement is a little bit too much at the moment, because yeah, it wasn't even too bad, but this squad over here was able to fire at this squad. On the other hand, now we see that DiddlyHole is doing a good job keeping the, his units together, so that is really important, I think. So a wise man named Korsak once taught me something that in the first instance seems a little bit obvious, but then wait a second, we need to pause a little bit. But then at the same time you don't think about that all the time, and from time to time are doing this mistake. However, always try to keep your units, yeah, always try, that's the correct expression. Always try to keep your units at maximum one screen length away from each other. This is important because if one of your units is then facing combat, one or maybe two or maybe even three of your remaining units are able to help them. I mean, this situation over here, this doesn't apply because the DAK player is occupying the building here in the center of the map, and this is why he is just having a better time repelling his Rifleman over here. So I think this squad should just instantly retreat, because that's just not a fight you can take and having a positive manpower balance. I have no idea how it's pronounced actually. Sorry. Yeah, so I think the US Forces player would bleed way more manpower than the DK player over here. So insta-retreat that squad. That's important. These squads were, yeah, a little bit closer to this squad initially, but then they yeah, moved away from each other a little bit more for this engagement, obviously. So I think this squad, as soon as he noticed the building over here being occupied, should have been moving towards the northern area of the map, either that and occupy this building over here, or maybe yeah, just camp behind green cover, maybe over here or over here, to repel enemy units rushing for the cutoff over here. I think that could be important, because in the next step, so you're losing the view over here, you could capture the view over here. I think that's the intention of DiddlyHole, and I think that's a good idea. However, that was a mistake, the engagement in the center of the map. Will he retreat soon? Yes. Just 2 model drops. Oh, 3 model drops. Unfortunate. Still, not too bad. Okay. In the meantime, we see DiddlyHole went for 3 riflemen, an engineer, scout squad, and now he's going for the tier 2. I like that decision actually. I think it's a wise choice, because many of the DAK players are heavily... I am actually confident to use the phrase abuse, because most of them are abusing the 8-Rad armored cars and the combination of Sturmhaubitze, Stu and Marder, which is incredibly strong, and gives them a good time with stalling the tier 4 for quite some time, because they don't actually need them, or the tier 4 for a long time of the match then. And since they are then going for the 8-Rad and Marders and stuff like that, I think the tier 2 is a good way to counter this, due to the bazooka squad. These are cheap, and they yeah, deal good damage against these early vehicles of the DAK. Okay, wait a second. This engagement over here was not even too bad initially. However, now we can't click it. Wait a second. Let's wait until it retreated. I don't know whether this squad was about to be equipped with a flamethrower. Most likely not, because he went for the M3 and mostly want to upgrade it with the flak gun. Okay, no flamethrowers in deployment, so I think it was a mistake to engage over here, because one squad in the house over here is actually able to withstand an attack of maybe even 3 or 4 squads for quite some time. And yeah, this is bad actually, because you're just losing manpower. So if you see that your enemy is occupying these buildings over here, just ignore them. And focus on other areas of the map, like for instance the more remote areas, like the fuel points over here and the victory points. Same applies for the northern area of the map. And yeah, just ignore the center of the map and the garrison buildings, and maybe even hope that your enemy will occupy them for long enough so that this unit is not having any impact on the game, and you can make use of this actually. Could be possible that your enemy will do the mistake. However, if you engage, then make sure that your engineer squad is carrying a flamethrower. That is very important. Now we see the issue over here, that the enemy went for this cutoff over there. And I think if a rifleman squad would have been camping over here, that could have been prevented. On the other hand, obviously the same mechanism applies as I was talking about here in the center of the map. One of your units is a little bit idle then. But from time to time you can make sure that enemy units will engage over here, and then camping is a little bit more efficient. Oh, and now we see the flak half-track. it's not coming too early. One advice I could give here is, I mean, the flag half track is strong, but I think in the tier 1, tier 2 build, it is still strong, but it's just coming a little bit later. When you go for the Pathfinder build and you go for the tier 2 instantly, then the flag half track, yeah, is just having more impact because it's coming maybe 2 minutes earlier. And now, okay, the DAK player didn't tag already. Oh no, okay, he tagged. There's the tag. Wait a second, let's switch for his point of view. Alright, so he's not having the fire support elements, and he is floating some fuel, so maybe he will go for the tier 3 as well. And with that, we will see an 8-Rad armored car very soon, I guess. So anyway, another reason why I don't think you need the flak half track for the US forces in this particular matchup is because the riflemen are really strong. And I think it's more worth it when you go for the bars upgrade. Instead of the flak half track, because I mean now the US forces player DiddlyHole is having, yeah, okay, he's having 3 riflemen, but that's still enough, I think, to make use of the bars upgrade. Yeah, especially because the Panzer Grenadiers are so expensive. I mean, 300 manpower is, I think, in my opinion, that's way too much for these guys because they severely underperform for these costs. And that's also why sometimes it's GG already in the DAK versus US forces matchup when the DAK player is losing one of these guys, because 300 manpower, the reinforcement is also not cheap as well. So we can show it. There we go. It's 28 manpower. Comparison. Do you have comparison? Yeah, maybe the scout squad. It's not 22, but the scout squad's not that a good comparison because they are cheap anyway. Anyway, 22 in comparison to 28. That is quite a lot of difference. Yeah. So what I want to say is, since these are expensive and they are weak, at least weak for their costs, and that applies for as long as they are not vetted and are not having the LMG. However, the LMG costs 100 ammunition, so this is incredibly expensive. And this is why I think against the DAK, it's always a good idea to just flood them with infantry. I mean, I appreciate this build because it's I think it's a way better style comparison to just spam rifleman, as most people at the moment do. However, yeah, the flak half track, yeah, is maybe even with this build, it's not maybe the best way to go for. Yeah, I think I would have been going for a Zook squad, maybe 2 Zook squads, and then maybe a sniper, and then stall for the tier 4, or yeah, with this build then I would have been stalling for the tier 4. If you wouldn't have built the tier 2, maybe the tier 3 would have been a good option. Anyway, I'm talking way too much again. So, getting back some map control, that's nice. Ooh, let's hope that he's not occupying the building again during capture. One more tip over here. Always when you are capturing this point over here, just try to position your unit like over here. You can manage it that one model is standing like over here, where the cursor is now, and still your squad is capping, and then you have a way better vision of this area of the map. And this enables you to rule out that your enemy is doing something like this. Let's enable the fog of war. Yeah, you can't see the squad, and now it's very likely that he will occupy the building, and then you're having a drawback. Yeah. Now you have to retreat soon. Maybe we can get the cap, but it will be decapped. Oh, he was not lazy planting mines. Yeah, okay, so the DAK player decided to go for mines instead of for LMGs, right? Yeah, none of these Panzer Grenadiers are having LMGs. And apparently, he's not going for the 6-man upgrade, right? Switch. No, he's not having it. He's not having any upgrades so far. Is he attacking? What is he doing? Oh, he is also going for a flak half-track. That, however, is maybe a good idea because, yeah, I think he expects the US Forces player to perform a rifleman. Oh yeah, there are the Zook squads. That is a nice decision. Unfortunately, he's again having the decap of the cutoff over here. Oh, interesting. DiddlyHole is already having heals, but didn't tear up his rifleman. That's something you should focus on. Because this squad was entering the field pretty low on health, and I think that's unnecessary manpower drainage. Ooh! Ah, I love this game. I mean, look at that. When do we see a flak half-track showdown? Not that often, right? Due to the battle group of DiddlyHole, this flak half-track is already wet 1. The beast. No, the AK flak half-track is not even doing a bad job. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, oh no! The Zook squad unintentionally fired at the engineer squad. Ah, unfortunate. Yeah, these things happen in the heat of the moment. Now there's the final showdown, and the flak half-track of the DAK forces is a little bit stronger, even though not wetted yet. Nice to see, right? And that's even though he's not having... Oh, okay. He's having this upgrade. Okay, then that's fair, I guess. So his flak half-track is now having a little bit more armor. You can see that since it's withstanding some Zooks. Great. My DiddlyHole now dealt some damage using the Zook squads, and yeah, that's great. Let's switch the perspective again. What's happening now? Good map control for DiddlyHole, that's nice. That was a grenade. Panzer grenade squad. Oh, it will die. Oh. Oh no! Come on! Yes! Unfortunately the Scout Squad also died, but the Scout Squads are way more cheaper. Oh no, but the Zook Squads, ooh, these guys are gone. And they are using their Zooks as little... Yeah, what is this? Don't know, like this, these bar jump guys in Olympia when they were when they used these rods to jump. I have no idea how these guys are called in English. So sad that the Zook squad finally died over here. But DiddlyHole is having a second one, so that's fine. Now, unfortunately, lost some map control. However, DAK player lost. Whoa, okay. Minute 12 and a half. Ah, okay, that's just the flame. Okay, I thought, what the fuck? How can it come that early? But it's just the flamethrower Panzer III medium tank. I rarely build it, to be honest, because in my opinion it's yeah, due to the manpower investment, you are always having a bad time keep up with having proper anti-tank. However, maybe against the Zook squad build of the US forces, that actually could be a good choice. Still, I think the Zook squad could deal with Panzer III good enough. I mean, at the same time, the DAK player is having the flak half track. By the way, grenades like these are not a good idea, I think, because at the moment there is not that much stuff going on the map. I mean, over here the DAK player is not occupied or not busy with microing stuff. Occupied. He is not busy. Over here they're just retreating and engaging squads. They are also not taking some micromanagement. The only fight going on was over here. And I mean, this is a mistake we all do from time to time, even more when we are a little bit confused about new units that are just arriving on the field that are very scary. However, these grenades over here are not a good idea because when there's just one battle raging on, it's very likely that the enemy is monitoring this area of the map quite so thoroughly. So it's most likely that he will dodge the grenade. And he did. However, nice damage to the Panzer III. And the flak half track is still doing a great job. How many kills is he having? 5. Vehicles destroyed 1. Oh, didn't notice that. Wait a second. What did he destroy? Which vehicle? What? No, I'm super confused. I mean, he didn't kill the flak half track. Obviously, he didn't kill the Panzer III. Ah, wait. Did this thing kill the bike? I think it killed the bike. I mean, that's the only option. Oh no! What? Oh, that's nasty. DAK player. Ooh. Okay, it's coming away. DAK player just stole a Zook. Oh, nice mine over here, by the way. Ah, I see. Okay, is this mine? Yeah, it's from DiddlyHole, nice. Okay, some more offensive and more defensive mines over here. That's great to see. Okay, no, Panzer III is coming. Okay, so, let's see. Intermission. Okay, so this engagement will be interesting. Maybe the flak half track could even die if managed properly, because in this fog, it won't the Zook squad won't take any damage from the Panzer Grenadiers. Obviously, because they can't focus them or aim at them, and then it can come out of the fog of war and maybe hit twice and kill the flak half track. Nice. At the same time, DiddlyHole is keeping back the northern part of the map as well as the southern part. Okay, that's good. However, I think I see something that will be a little bit an issue for DiddlyHole. So these squads over here are not doomed, but they have to retreat soon. I mean, this squad will deal some damage to the Panzer III, I guess. Okay, at the moment it is still engaging the flak half track, but I think when this command was given, it wasn't aware that the Panzer III will engage. So maybe this squad will soon focus the Panzer III, and this squad will focus the flak filling, then they will retreat. And then I see that this rifleman squad is leading towards the center of the map. And I think that it will be just repelled without having any impact. I assume that it won't even decap this point. Oh, that was a ground attack, right? Oh no! Oh, okay. Sad. I mean, the retreat generally is a good idea. But maybe this squad retreated a little bit too early. Yeah, okay. Could that be a wipe? Could be a wipe. Oh, will we see the Stachel? Yes, oh. This Panzer III could be having a bad time. Because now the Zug Sword is reinforcing. Oh, and it's buttoned. Yeah, this Panzer III is dead. DiddlyHole already proved that he is able to perform some ground attacks. That's neat. Oh, but these were just regular attacks, right? Never mind. Yeah, I mean, what I asked that... oh, wait a second. Actually, I didn't pay attention whether you used them earlier in the map, in the match. But this squad now is idle, and maybe this just happened to the heat of the moment. But usually, you would like to use follow-up commands using shift. And I don't know whether you used them already. I mean, most likely you did, because your map control is pretty nice and you played well already so far. So most likely you were using them, because otherwise I think you wouldn't have been able to compete with the DAK player so far. However, maybe here you forgot it. So follow-up command would have enabled you to not invest more APM or May actions, or on cost of your APM, of course, and just instantly follow up. Wait a second, kept these points flowing up to this point. Yeah. Second Panzer III is engaging. Oh, nice. Flamethrower wipe. Wow. Okay. That are some really good pushes now, and the flak half track is also quite low. Next Panther 3 is entering the base, and there is a Zug. Make use of the Zug, maybe. Oh, that could be a little bit dangerous. Okay, come on, pick the Zug. Oh no! Oh, okay. Come on, pick the Zug. There it is. Oh, Hellcat. Three squad wipes for one Panzer III already. Oh no, just two. Okay. Oh, wait a second. No, just one squad wipe, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, the other squad was the engineer somewhere over here, but I don't know where exactly. All right. The DAK player is going for an anti-tanker. That's good. Hellcat is also a great choice now. So you already noticed that he is going for all these Panzer IIIs. Okay, mine. Yeah, you took some vibes now, but that's not too bad. Soon, I hope you will go for the bars upgrade, because I think the bars upgrade is yeah, it's incredibly strong for the US force. I mean, I noticed they were not lazy planting some mines, and with that would have a bad time upgrading all your squad with the second bars. However, the first bar is for free, ammunition wise. Oh, prevent the decap. Interesting. I think you were even microing this engagement over here. So I think you should have been engaging there and prevent the decap. Anyway. Nice. Ooh, flak half track is having a bad time. Soon. No, it's not. Okay, nice. 250 is down. That's a thrilling match. So much up and downs. And that's even, uh-oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, these guys could die. Okay, no, they won't. Nice! There the BARs are coming in. This time you are preventing the G-cap, that's perfect. Maybe you could even, when you're fighting with your engineers, maybe you can just close up a little bit more to a Panzer Grenadier squad. Because, yeah, their DPS output is higher the closer they are to the enemy squad, so... Well played. I mean, now DiddlyHole is having less victory points, but at the same time he double capped his enemy now. Or let's say one capped. Is that expressed correctly? I don't know. Ooh, that... Okay, we'll come away. Interesting. It's looking really, really bad for the DAK play at the moment. Oh, but I see now he is going for the Stu. And next most likely will go for some Martyrs. Oh no. And then the DAK meta abuse starts, I guess. I bet the Stu most likely will single-handedly win the match, more or less. It's already backed up with an anti-tank gun, so... and the DAK player is having the one Zook over here, so he's having quite some anti-tank capabilities. But the Stu, it's more or less invulnerable. And will repel the US forces army more and more. Yeah, anyway, still, I think this is also why it was a very good choice to go for the Hellcat first. That was really well played. Okay, and the Sherman next. Yeah, why not? Wow, look at that. The Stu. Okay. I notice again and again that you're planting mines everywhere. The positioning of your mines, the positionings are great. I like that. So that's really strong. It already nearly killed the flak half track of the DAK player earlier in the game. It's great to see. Interesting to see you retreating over there. Most likely you hear the Stück 3. The Stu. Actually, I'm always confused why it's called Stück. Because for me it's more a Stu. Sturmhaubitze. Anyway. Not too much happening at the moment. Interesting. Is the bonus applying for... Wait a second. The 250 bonus, is this applying for garrisoned Panzer Grenadiers? I don't think so actually. But maybe? Maybe fortune is proving me wrong. I don't know. Second, is he having the second upgrade already? No, he's not having the second armor upgrade so far.
300 points remaining. Say again, 300 points remaining. Enemy has 300 points remaining.
Nice, now the Hellcat can shine. Oh, what a great first shot.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Interestingly, the DK player is going for double anti-tank gun instead of Mardas. I mean, I like that. He's not making use of the Mardas, that's great. But he chooses Stu. That's too much already. No, but I mean, obviously, if you want to win, then it's a good choice for the DAK to go for the Stu. We don't have to neglect that. Or we should not neglect that, let's say. So obviously, it was a good choice, yeah.
German EZ8s have been requisitioned. They're standing by.
Mm-hmm.
Scouts have deployed into the field. Scouts ready to make a move. 100 points remain. We're cutting it close.
Interesting though. Now we see the EZ8, which is a call-in. And very strong. I think actually 2 anti-tank guns can be enough to repel the EZ8. But on the other hand, since the EZ8 is so... Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. You're not going for the EZ8. I like that. Because the EZ8 certainly is a little bit overperforming at the moment. Yeah, what I want to say is, since the EZ8 is so versatile, it is doing great anti-armor damage and great anti-tank, anti-inf damage. Yeah. It's hard for DAK players to deal with both infantry and armor anymore. Okay, they're coming away, that's good. What a nice engagement over here. Great. What I really like is that the flak half-track still is alive. That's great. Ooh, and now the Stu most likely will die. Oh wow, come on! Oh no! Okay, it was a wise choice. Oh no, and we see the Marder. Okay. It was a wise choice to retreat, I guess. Even though unfortunately the Hellcat will be changed by the Marder. Okay, no, it won't.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
Oh no, it will die anyway. Oh no, oh no. It's interesting to see, right, that the Hellcat wasn't even fighting back. Oh. Sherm is repairing the Marder. Great, well played.
Report coming through that the enemy is down to 200 points.
Wow. It was a great engagement. Actually, it is thrilling to see that you kept both tanks alive. The Sherman survived and the Hellcat survived. That was great. I mean, the DK player also managed to rescue the Stu, and now most likely the Zug will drop. No, oh, it survives as well. Wow, okay, what an engagement. I think just one anti-tank gun died in this huge battle. And US Force player is having tremendous map control. Ooh. Again, it's looking very, very well for the US Forces player. For DiddlyHole. Deploying more engineers to have more repair capabilities. That's a good choice. I think, okay, so, wait a second. I mean, even though I don't actually like the Sherman Combat Group, because I really think it's overperforming. I think still it could be a good idea to go for it now, because you're just having 2 riflemen at the moment. You're having the bars upgrade, and since you're having the bars upgrade and you would like to make more use out of your tech, more riflemen most likely are the way to go for. And the Sherman combat group is a great way to have a more efficient use of your manpower, because 640 manpower is certainly not much for an easy 8, and the wait a second, assault engineer? Oh, wait a second, I always thought that I come with a rifleman squad. Interesting. Okay. Never mind, then forgot everything that I said. Still, okay, it's still efficient, because the assault engines are cheaper, but they're still strong, so why not? Okay, this engagement most likely happened to the heat of the moment, but that is not a good engagement over here. Okay. Sad. Yeah, this is a mistake I often do as well. So sometimes when I have a good map control and I pushed my enemy back to base and everything is working so well, then I play even more aggressively. Oh, oh! Anti-air vehicle is killed by air, or nearly killed, but it survived again. What a beast. Nice, well played. Yeah, what I want to say is, yeah, like this. Sometimes I engage aggressively, and this is certainly not a good idea. I mean, we saw that over here with the 2 rifleman squads engaging over here. For no reason, they should have been camping in green cover, like over here. And maybe here in the building. It's still having enough life, so why not use it? And now we saw something that is also a little bit difficult or dangerous, but I assume that is what happened due to the heat of the moment, obviously. The Hellcat was just engaging alone, since this is a unit that is desperate need of the combined arms. You should always wait for your mainline infantry to attack first, and then use your support infantry or support mechanized weapons. No. Alright. Okay. Are both planes shot down? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's also something. It was a thing in Company of Heroes 2 and 1 already, but in Company of Heroes 3 I think this mechanic is a little bit more impactful. Friendly fire. We just saw that the Sherman over here... friendlies killed 0. I think that's a bug actually, because I think we just saw that these 2 models died due to the Sherman. So always try to make sure, I mean that's really difficult to operate actually, but always try to make sure that, yeah, Shermans, for instance, your vehicles generally, are not firing on enemy units where one of your squads is in the line of fire, because this will result in a friendly fire, unfortunately. Okay, it's interesting to see that you are now having quite a bad time to come back on the field. Okay, Mara's retreating a little bit, that's good. Both anti-tank tanks missed. Okay, this engagement now was way better. And the third Sherman. Nice. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, that is something I also do from time to time. However, it's a mistake. I mean, 3 Shermans look like a strong army, and most likely your intention was to just rush with all 3 Shermans towards one squad like this one over here, and just wipe it in a matter of seconds. This definitely works, and even more since the enemy players are relying on anti-tank guns, fortunately, and these are a little bit slower than Marder's, for instance. I mean, Marder's are super fast, and their turn rate is higher than the turn rate of some other tanks' turrets, which is that need to fix. This unit generally needs to be fixed soon, because the Marder is tremendously overperforming. Don't like the Marder. Anyway, 3 Sherman tanks, I think, in this situation of the game is not that a good idea, because, yeah, you need, I think you need more infantry firepower, since, yeah, I think the only huge, or the only bigger threat for infantry at the moment from the DAK player is the Sturmhaubitze over here. And the Sturmhaubitze already is having a bad time due to a Hellcat, even though the enemy is having anti-tank guns and Marders. But I think more riflemen would be a good idea, because the Panzer Grenadiers, yeah, I mean, now with veterancy and LMG, they are stronger, but still the riflemen are, yeah, riflemen are just the better mainline infantry. They are way better, actually. So I think it's a good idea for US force player, even as you started with the tier 1, to go for more riflemen. I mean, that doesn't mean that you have to perform a rifleman spam, as many people are doing at the moment. So picking infantry company, no, how's it called here, the infantry support center, and then flood the entire map with riflemen, and then go for the Easy 8. That's the current meta, by the way. So picking the mechanized battle group, and yeah, more or less just don't make use of anything but maybe the M8 Scott, and then go for the infantry support center, flood everything with riflemen, upgrade them with bars, and go for the Easy 8 later in, the call-in. That is abusive, of course, but still, always having 3 riflemen minimum and more, and it's better to have even 4 riflemen, I guess, with the bars upgrade, especially because, I mean, then the bars upgrade is more available, just because you're having more riflemen. Sorry for my bad English, by the way. At the moment, it's a little bit early in Germany, and I'm still a little sleepy. Yeah. But still, it's incredibly awesome to see, even though the US Forces player DiddlyHole is not playing the US Forces meta at the moment, and it's certainly not playing super abusive struts. But actually, the DAK player is doing. I mean, he's not abusing way too hard. We just see 1 Marder and 1 Stu. Okay, 2 Marders. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, the DAK player is playing meta, DAK meta, and US Forces player is not playing meta, and in addition we also see quite a huge rank difference, so I think that's an amazing game, because even though we see what we see, DAK meta and higher rank versus US Forces non-meta play with a lower rank, the US Forces player is doing a great job keeping the DAK player busy. We already saw some bad engagements, but that are not too many. Most of the bad engagements happened over here. The rest of the engagements wasn't even that bad. Now he decrewed one of the anti-tank guns. That's huge. Ooh. And the Stu might die. Oh boy. What's happening here? Oh wowzy. Stu is dead. Anti-tank gun got decrewed. Sherman most likely will die to Mardas. US forces hold 2 victory points. Another Sherman. Wow. Okay. Oh no, but the Sherman... Yeah, the Sherman now will die. So sad. There it is. Gone. But a flak half track. Shooting down. Yeah, the planes. Second plane just got shot down. Nice. Ooh, but 70 victory points left. 17 victory points left for the US force player. He's losing the lower victory point. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, and I think now we see why it's important once more to have more infantry. Nice, Marder is dead. Ooh, that could be a wipe. Huge Marder waste, funny. Wow. Actually, it looks like a GG, and the US force player is about to win. Even though not playing meta. I like that. I mean, still 3 Shermans left. Unfortunately, Israeli Mardas die too easy and they can't overcome the Hellcat. Yeeks. I don't share that opinion, actually. Mardas certainly don't die too easy. And I think Fortune needs to keep in mind that a Marder costs 25 fuel and a Hellcat costs 70 fuel. That is just close to third the amount of the fuel cost of a Marder. Nice. All these Shermans pay off. However, now they're anti-tank gun. Ooh. Maybe kills. Ooh. Both Shermans? No. Oh no, both Shermans die. Oh shit. Oh boy. Nice. Another tank gun decrewed. One Sherman is still raging around over here. DAK player most likely is having, yeah, severe manpower issues at the moment. Wow, 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 wow. And the victory point counts are dropping for the DAK player. More and more. Yes, finally. Now we see the third rifleman squad again. That's great. Okay. Once more, I mean, I already mentioned that, but I think now it's a good time to see why it's that important. The rifleman squad over here, even though just having 1 bar, should not engage towards this position. In this situation, it's more important to just hold the victory points, and there is a wreck of Armada, so it's a perfect opportunity to just camp over here, green cover, and wait for enemy units to come. And with just camping over here, you certainly would have would win any engagements of a single squad engaging you. So I think, yeah, that's something you should keep in mind in the future. If a situation like that occurs and you're most likely to win due to victory points, if you just hold them, just camp. Don't engage. You don't need to engage. You're having 2 victory points, so you just need to hold them. That's by the way, that's a mistake I always do, because yeah, it's a symptom from Company Furious 2, because in Company Furious 2 the victory points didn't drop as fast as they do in Company Furious 3, and that is why some people, or some player including me, that were heavily playing Company Furious 2 tend to focus more on killing the enemy army instead of holding the victory points, even though the match is about to end due to victory points. And yeah, I think this is the reason why many Company Furious 2 players at the moment still lose to victory points, even though they are have the superior army. So in this situation, just camp over here or over here, hold the victory point. Same applies for the victory point down here. I mean, I get the point that you try to engage in the center of the map. And it's not even the worst choice, actually, because I think your army still is superior to his army. I mean, he's having 2 anti-tank guns, but look at the infantry. He's just having these 3 Panzer Grenadier squads and 4 Panzer Grenadier squads, that's all. And they are low already. They are low on health. One retreated, but the Mat truck is over here, so yeah, and this squad is super low. But still, unfortunately, you're not having good anti-infantry firepower. Okay, so maybe then I take that back. Maybe that's not that a good idea to focus on the center of the map, because if you would have been having more anti-infantry firepower, then yes. But with that, it's manageable, but it's risky. Because 2 anti-tank guns are a good counter to the armored-based anti-infantry firepower you're having here. Anyway, yeah. Oh, it's dangerous now. This squad further engaging the center of the map. I mean, now I think I see that you know what to. Oh, prevent a decap. Panzer Grenadiers are weak compared to the riflemen in close range. Oh no, and an 8. So we saw that earlier in the game already when you. I think it was this cutoff or this fuel point. It was this fuel point, right? You didn't prevent the decap of the fuel point, even though you could have prevented it. Now you are entering circle to prevent the cap. At least that's a good thing. Oh, but now it's GG, unfortunately. GG! Well played. Men rejoice. Yeah, nice. That was an insane match. Great. Well played. Both players actually played well. Yeah, even though I once more have to point out that I really enjoyed that the US Forces player wasn't playing the most abusive meter that is out there at the moment, to go for the infantry support elements and or the infantry support center, and then flood the map with riflemen with bars upgrades, give them nades of course, and then just rush for the Sherman Easy 8. This is insanely strong at the moment, and most US Forces players are heavily abusing that, in more when they want desperately to climb the ladder. So we didn't see that from DiddlyHole, so that is very honorable. And we saw Fortune actually playing the DAK meter more or less. I mean, despite from the 8 Rad armored car, which was interesting though, because as he saw the flak half track, I would have assumed that he would rush for the 8 Rad armored car. And still, even though we saw that, the US Forces player kept some map control. That was nice. However, advices that I could give are, as I said, try to prevent the control and victory point decaps by enemy units by just entering the circle. Your rifleman squads are stronger at close range than the opponent's panzer grenadier squads. So you will win the engagement, and at the same time you will prevent the decap. So always try to do that. Another thing is you need to camp a little bit more. That sounds a little bit cheesy, but yeah, it is like it is. We saw it early in the match. Unfortunately, now we can't see the map, but I think it was maybe around minute 15 or so, where we were having a very good map control, and you pushed the DAK player back into his base, and then 2 rifleman squads were engaging, whereas the entire enemy army was heading towards your 2 rifleman squads, and that was a mistake. They should have been just camping behind green cover. The same applies for the incident at the northern victory point. Yeah, stuff like that. A little bit more camping, a little bit more waiting behind green cover. You already planted lots of mine, especially at the northern area of the map. That was great. That was really well played. And the general decisions when to build which units was also good. I mean, despite from maybe the flak half track, I wouldn't have been building the flak half track and instead go for more rifleman squads until you were having 4 rifleman squads. I think 4 rifleman squads is a good way to go, and it's not even abusive, because I think rifleman squads are intended to be mainline infantry, and in the future, so in the future, after some more balanced patches, I think we still will see the rifleman built with 4 rifleman squads, because yeah, that is just your mainland infantry, and I think it's future-proof, because it's a way to go for. 4 mainland infantry units is certainly a good idea to go for. Yeah, anyway, so I think that was one of the bigger mistakes in your build, to go for the flak half track instead of going more rifleman squads. Yeah, okay. What else did we see? I think overall the engagements were not even bad, because you tried to keep your army together, and your micro was very good, so it was well played. And with that, I am surprised actually that we saw that Fortune was ranked 177 and DiddlyHole just 624, because I think DiddlyHole deserves a way higher rank actually with this play style. Anyway, with the balance patches, this most likely will be the case. Anyway, I think actually, since both players played really well, there are not even that many advices I can give. Isn't that great to hear? But we saw a great match. It was thrilling and it was nice. And with that, let's say GG, well played, and let's have a good time.
Till 59.